Alright, so Horror Homies, we're going to continue with the Shitting on Cinema Special Edition Halloween Resurrection episodes. Um, yeah, this movie, unforgivable bullshit. Again, I'll have better production value eventually, a far more suitable background eventually. Hopefully, this doesn't deter people from watching. And again, I gotta remember to say this from time to time: like, share, subscribe, hit the bell, and all that stupid bullshit. Maybe we'll start a community. We'll see how the fuck this goes. Anyway, video 2 of Shitting on Cinema Halloween Resurrection Edition. Alright, I already told you about all the shit with the fucking, they ruined H2O, the ending and whatnot, and it was really fucking dumb. Then it goes into this scene here. The scene, apparently, Laurie Strode has been put in a mental hospital because she killed a dude that she had no way of knowing was not the dude that was been trying to kill her for 20 years. And I guess the justice system just decided she can go fuck herself. So she's in a mental hospital now. That's where we find out about the paramedic and all that other horse shit that's dumb as fuck, right? So Michael shows up to wreak a little havoc and finish the job and kill Laurie Strode. And at this point in the film, Laurie Strode is still the Laurie Strode we all love today, intelligent, not a dumbass. So she knows something's going on. She's been waiting for Michael to come get her, right? So he shows up, and she tricks him into following her to the roof because apparently at this particular mental hospital, it's not that uncommon for orderlies to be like, hey, I know you're a patient at this mental hospital, and a lot of people in the mental hospital might do very dangerous, erratic things to themselves, or even be bipolar or depressed or suicidal, and I don't really know your state of mind currently, but how would you like to go hang out on the roof unsupervised as fuck like? Because apparently she's got a booby trap on the roof waiting, right? It's one of your good old-fashioned Looney Tune, Elmer Fudd, cliche as fuck. I got a scout patch because I was able to produce a very good functioning version of this booby trap. Old school, foot on, rope on the ground, you step on it and you're upside down, hanging like an idiot type thing. She's got one of those set up. And Michael does, in fact, fall for it. He steps in it. She hits the thing. He's hanging upside down, right? Dangling over the side of the building. And she's over here gleeful as fuck, like, cutting this rope. Finally, this cocksucker's gonna get his. She's not talking too much shit, but I imagine in her head she's thinking, like, yeah, that's right, motherfucker. What's up now, bitch? And just when she's about done cutting the rope, right? Completing her arc as an intelligent, likable character in this franchise, one of the most beloved, that's very important for you to understand. For real. You know that by now, right? Just when she's about done cutting the rope, all of a sudden, Michael does the unthinkable. He does something she didn't expect. And correct me if I'm wrong, I haven't seen these two films in quite some time, especially Resurrection, because I fucking hate it so goddamn much. But he decides to do this, I guess, to go out on a limb, give this a shot, even though if I remember correctly, he has no way of knowing this happened. He has no way of knowing that she decapitated a paramedic and he reached out to her for fucking mercy. But for some reason, he thinks to do that at this point in time. So he reaches out to her again, as if to say, Laurie, I'm your brother, man. Come on now. Right? You know what Laurie does? Does she finish cutting the rope? No. She stops cutting the rope and she goes, I just have to be sure. And she heads on over there to try to take his mask off. Think about this for just 1 second. Laurie Strode, immediately, like the character we love, like I said, intelligent, has the forethought to prepare herself for this motherfucker, and everything's going like it would. She's being an intelligent character, like she always is, right? But for some reason, all of those characteristics wash away when he reaches up to her and says, nothing. He just reaches out. And she says, I have to be sure. You have to be sure. Who the fuck else could this possibly be? Like, let's not forget. I get it. She accidentally decapitated an innocent man. She doesn't want to kill another innocent man. I understand that. But what you have to remember is the paramedics she decapitated by accident, they were in the same place at the same time strictly by happenstance. Like, they just so happened to end up at the same place at the same time. She thinks it's Michael. He's in an ambulance. She steals the ambulance. Same place, same time, right? The difference being that this dude here went out of his way to track her down find out where she's at, show up there, wreak a little havoc, chase her to the roof with murderous intent. Who the fuck else could this possibly be? What the fuck do you mean I have to be sure? You think this is some drunken teenage prank? Like some kids are sitting around like, you guys remember Laurie Strode? Oh yeah, that bitch was nuts. Remember when she killed that paramedic by accident and then they put her in a mental hospital even though it wasn't really her fault because how could she know? Oh, how could we forget? That's fucking crazy. You know what would be hilarious? What if one of us dresses up like Michael Myers, right? Then we go to the hospital, the mental hospital for which she's staying, right? This is where it gets good. We're going to wreak a little havoc. We're going to chase the fucking shit out of her, right? And if we get caught up in some sort of scenario that we're trapped, we can't get out of it, and she's going to try to kill us, right? Why don't we just reach for her like that paramedic dude that we have no way of knowing did that? And she'll think, well, obviously, I don't want to kill another innocent guy. So naturally, she'll probably come over there and pull our mask off, and we'll be like, oh, you fucker, we got you so good. And she'll be like, oh, I can't believe I fell for this shit. Like, who the fuck else could this possibly fucking be? Okay? So anyway, she heads on over to take off his mask, right? And then Michael proceeds to do exactly what 100% of everyone else on the planet, aside from Laurie Strode for some reason, would think he would do, and he snatches her up. And then the rope breaks, and here they are, dangling off the side of the building. And then he stabs her in the back, because he's so goddamn strong, he's hanging there with one arm, and he somehow still manages to stab her in the back. He stabs her in the back, right? And then she is all like, I'll see you in hell, Michael. And then she very awkwardly, very off-putting, like, kisses him on the mouth, because they were still brother and sister in this timeline. So she does that, and then he drops her, and then she falls to her death, and that is fucking insulting and stupid in every way, and I can't fucking stand this goddamn fucking movie. And that is just the first 15 minutes of this fucking movie. Literally all of that happens in the first 10 minutes of this movie. They decide to kill off Laurie Strode in an insulting, no care for the character, even though she's one of the most beloved characters in the entire history of the franchise. They decide to kill her off in the first 10 minutes by making her into a complete and utter dumb, stupid fucking asshole that deserves to die in a horror film. And then it has nothing else to do with the rest of the entire remainder of the film. It literally has no point or serves no purpose for the rest of the entire film whatsoever. It's merely there to kill off Laurie Strode in a very, very downright offensive, shitty, fuck you type of way. And then they completely changed and they go into the actual plot, which, like I said in the first video, is an internet reality television show, which I don't know if I mentioned that in the first video, but that is fucking dumb. It is so fucking dumb. And again, I know I said this in the previous video, they also have Busta Rhymes in this movie for no real explainable reason whatsoever. He obviously is not very good actor. His character is a piece of shit. It's just terrible. It's so goddamn horrible. I fucking hate this goddamn movie so much. And that's the first 15 fucking minutes. They kill off Laurie Strode, they turn her into an idiot, and kill her in the first 10 minutes, and then it has nothing to do with anything else in the movie. Like, I understand there was circumstances out there, like Laurie, Jamie Lee Curtis, I mean, like, she came on board and then found out some shit she wasn't too much of a fan of, and she demanded her character be killed off in quick fashion. But it's like, I get that. But did they have to make her look like a stupid, dumb fucking asshole? Like, there's a billion other ways they could have killed off Laurie Strode without her appearing to be an incompetent, stupid dickhead. Which is the complete and utter opposite way of killing her, by the way, because up until that point, any film she was in, she wasn't really a stupid, dumb fucking asshole. Like, one might argue in the first movie she made some pretty poor decisions, like leaving the knife behind several times. But at the end of the day, in the first one, she didn't know that Michael Myers is unkillable, you know? So I'm assuming she thought, well, I stabbed him in the neck, and I don't know he can't die, so he's probably dead. So you kind of got to give her a little bit of leeway when it comes to that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this fucking movie, dude. Yeah, stick around for episode 3 if you're interested in hearing just how bad this shit can get. Hopefully my retelling of the film in my own personal manner is entertaining. And again, this is just my opinion. Okay? Don't flip the fuck out if you like this movie. I don't see how anyone could like this movie, but I know people like this movie. Like, the only way I can picture anyone caring for this movie is if it's like some sort of sentimental thing. Like, oh, it was the first one I saw in theaters, or oh, I got my first hand job by my first girlfriend watching this movie, or some shit like that. But other than that, I just can't really fathom anyone actually being like, this is one of my favorite in the franchise. That's just not a possibility. Unless you hate the franchise and you just want to make fun of it. So yeah, that's the end of video 2. Y'all enjoy your fucking day. Video 3 probably will be coming immediately following this, instead of making you wait a whole day if you even give a fuck to watch these. So with that being said, y'all have a good fucking one. Hang in there for part 3 if you're interested. We'll keep it going.